What's up YouTube, it's Dominik Sky. I'm here today to give you some tips on how to create a weekly training plan, and I'm also going to show you 3 different training schedules, weekly training schedules that you can follow if you want to make good progress, minimize the risk of injury, keep track of your progress and become a masterful calisthenics athlete. So if you want a free scheduling tutorial, then simply click the link in the description. But right now I want to tell you why it's important to have a weekly plan. So first of all, if we don't have a weekly plan, then usually we don't put in the work. So if you're a beginner and you're like wondering, oh, how many times per week should I train? Then 1 week you go 4 times a week, the next week it's more like 1 time a week, and next week again 2 times, and then you don't really feel like it. So if you actually have a good plan, then it's very nice to stick to it, because you can actually see, okay, next week I'm actually stronger than I was a week before, and you can see that you're making great progress in some of the exercises. While if you do stuff randomly, you just can't keep track of your progress, and it's very often to overtrain because you don't really keep track of what you did last training or the training before, so you're just pretty much training everything, and that's not the best thing. So if you want to actually make steady, good progress, you need a good weekly plan. So this is very important. I always stick to my schedule. It's very important. Also, it's nice because then you actually come prepared to your training, because if you don't have a schedule, then you come into the gym and you're like, okay, what should I train today? Should I try this or that? Or you don't really know what to do, and then you're just kind of trying stuff out. While if you had a plan, you will know exactly what you have to do on that day, and then you can actually come prepared. So it's very important to have a schedule, to stick to it, and you actually see your progress, and you will minimize the risk of injury. And at the end of the week or a month, you can see, okay, right now I'm stronger than I was last month, I feel great, my body is okay. Then you know you're all good, and then just continue to do what you've been doing. But if at the end of the month you feel like your strength has gone actually down instead of up, you feel like you're tired every day, you feel like when you go to train the strength is simply not there, then you're probably overtraining, and it's important to lower your frequency if you want to continue to make progress. So you need to choose a different training schedule. So right now I want to show you 3 very simple examples of a good weekly training schedules. You can try one out and see if it works for you. If you're a complete beginner, then don't worry, I have one schedule especially for very busy people and complete beginners. So don't worry about that. Also, if you're an advanced athlete, I'm sure you will find something interesting for you, and I will also show you how an advanced weekly schedule should look like. Let's begin. So here are the 3 very basic weekly schedules. Number 1 and number 2 are actually my favorites. This is what I use, this is what my students use. It allows you to put in a lot of work, and you will really achieve amazing results without the worrying of overtraining. Still, it matters what you do in your training. So if you do 50 sets, 60 sets, of course you will overtrain, but as for the frequency, this is a very good stuff. This is golden stuff. This is what brings results, but this is for people who really want to put in the work. So this is for people who want to train 5-6 times per week and really achieve amazing results. This is for people like me who like every day wake up and they actually want to train every day. I have a student who is 14 years old and he just started training, and I told him first, can you do like every second day at training? He was like, what am I gonna do in the meantime? I was like, yeah, you're right. You need a schedule where you can train every day, because you actually like to train every day. And it is possible, but you have to know how to do it right. Now let me explain why is the schedule set up in a way that is set up, and how will we train to make amazing results. So let's start with a weekly schedule number 1. This is for people who really like to do supersets, so who don't like to train pull-ups and push-ups separately. They like to do them in a training. They want to do supersets, for going from bar to the ground, from pull-ups to dips and stuff like that. Beautiful stuff. We start with a pulling and pressing training on Monday, and next to it I would really like for you to do a simple core training. Some stuff for strength is enough, like 5 sets, 6 sets of something for your core, because it's often neglected, especially in calisthenics, and we need a strong core. So that's why this is important. And it's very simple. We're gonna repeat that on Wednesday, and we're gonna repeat that also on Friday. So we have one day here that it's a day off, but if you are a true athlete, then I really don't like this to be completely off. I would love for you to do some training for your legs. So if you can, on Tuesday, legs, and on Thursday also legs. It's very important to train our legs. I know for a calisthenics athlete it's easier not to, but still, man, you need capable legs. You want a good jumping ability. Maybe in the future you want to learn a backflip or whatever. So you need your legs. You walk on them every day, so it makes sense to also train them a little bit. So this is what a proper weekly schedule looks like. Pulling and pressing and core on Monday. Then on Tuesday we have a break from our upper body training. We're gonna do some legs if that's possible, and please let it be possible. Then on Wednesday, again pulling and pressing. Thursday legs, and Friday pulling and pressing. So that way we train our upper body 3 times per week and our lower body 2 times a week. If you're really excited about lower body training, you can also put another leg training here on Saturday, and then Sunday is off. You have a free day, you can do some handstands, you can do some movement and stuff like that. So this is the schedule, weekly schedule number 1. Weekly schedule number 2, this is I think this is my preferable one. I really like to train pulling and pressing separately these days because I'm really focusing on acquiring strength, and I really like warming up for one specific exercise like handstand push-ups or one-arm chin-ups or iron cross or whatever it is, and really like pay attention to only that specific exercise. Both of these work for beginners or for people who are not yet very advanced. I would actually suggest this because training pull and press in the same training really goes well. You will get more definition, and it's quite a different sensation. So this is really also a great schedule, but later on I would say when you're becoming more specialized and going towards those advanced moves, I would really suggest weekly schedule number 2. So here we do pulling and pressing separately. So on Monday we do a pulling training. This can be, let's say, like really heavy stuff, weighted pull-ups, one-arm chin-ups, archer chin-ups, some difficult front lever work, whatever it is. And here you can actually go quite heavy because here you have 2 days of break before the next pulling training. So this is like the good stuff here, because you can actually do a very demanding training here and you have 2 days of rest before you go to your next pulling training. Here, as you can see, it's only 1 day of rest. So that's why for beginners who can't really push it to their max yet, I would suggest this, and then later on I would actually go towards this. So pulling, next day pressing, and next day again, if you can, please, legs. Very important. And here you can also do some core work, which is also very important and often neglected. And on Thursday again pulling, pressing, and Saturday again, if you can, legs and core training. So this one I really like. It's very simple: pull, press, legs, pull, press, legs. Here, if you also train handstand, I would also put the handstand here. This was actually my previous training schedule: pulling, pressing, one-arm handstand and legs, and then again pulling, pressing, one-arm handstand and legs. It really worked well. This is like, I really like this schedule. It works fucking amazing. Urosh is also currently on this schedule. So here again, this pulling and this pulling training they don't have to be the same. So here you can do bent arm strength, and here straight arm strength, for example, and the same goes for pressing. So training schedule number 2, so 6 days of training per week. It's an amazing schedule. I really like this one. I would actually sometimes even try to combine this one and this one, but make sure not 1 week this, 1 week this. You know, I actually told you, if you want to get results, you need to really stick to your schedule, and not for 1 week. I mean for, let's say, 4, 5, 6 weeks to really see if it's working or not. So make sure whichever schedule to choose that you really stick to it and you're really doing the work. So at the end of the first week, if you're trying this one, and at the end of the first week you feel really tired, then that's normal because you went on a new schedule and it's quite a lot of frequency. So I would say the first week, take it light. So don't go here on the pulling and pressing, don't go max out or full on all the way. So then on Wednesday you'll be a little bit sore, and then on Wednesday again all out, let's go all in. Then on Friday you'll feel like shit. So and then Saturday, oh man, you're gonna be destroyed. And then on Monday you have to start again. So if at the end of the week you feel like a complete bag of shit, then that's not the best idea. So the first week, go a little bit light so your body adjusts to the new frequency, and then step it up a little bit. Okay, so that's it for weekly schedule number 1 and number 2. And number 3 is for people who are very busy. So if you have a job to do, if you I don't know, if it's school, whatever, you have exams, so there's always something in life, you know, that doesn't allow us to do what we want to do. And even for that time, you can actually make progress and you can still train. All you need to do is choose a schedule with less frequency, but still enough for you to make some gains. So this is the schedule number 3. It's very simple. I would say this would be useful for complete beginners who just started training and really need to get into the rhythm, you know. So on Monday we will do pulling and pressing training combined. On Tuesday legs and a little bit of core. Wednesday off, and again Thursday pulling and pressing. So here you have 2 days break again between upper body training sessions, and here actually 3 days off. So this for me is like 3 trainings per week. This is very basic, and if you can't stick to this, then get your priorities straight. We only have one body, we need to take care of it. It's very important, guys. Take care of your health, and you should be satisfied with the way you look, and it's not impossible to do so. You just need to be consistent and you have to put in some work. And with this very simple schedule, 3 trainings per week, you can actually still make progress, and you can see, okay, I'm actually improving here, and maybe you'll get then that motivation to push it a little bit further. So here in the schedule number 3, if you can put it one simple, let's say we'll put cardio here, which means basically that 1 day a week you will have to move your legs a little bit, move your core, go play volleyball, football, running, swimming, boxing, whatever it is, tennis. Simply go out there and have fun. So 1 day a week. I don't want you to have in mind that I have a specific training to do. I want you to have in mind that 1 day I'm gonna have some movement fun. So 1 day a week you will actually do some movement. So have in mind, you don't have to do a specific training. Just simply go outside, have some fun, and do something that makes you happy and involves movement. So whether that's hiking or playing basketball or football or whatever it is, simply go out there and have fun. So those were the 3 very simple examples of a good weekly schedule. Make sure to choose one and stick to it. This is the most important thing. If you don't stick to your schedule, it will not work. It's as simple as that. Consistency is the key. You actually have to put in the work to get results. So stick to your weekly schedule, do the work, and I'm sure you will have amazing progress, and you can transform your body. You can get more muscular, leaner, or you can learn a specific skill. To help you, I actually have a free scheduling tutorial for you guys. So simply click the link in the description. I've prepared lots and lots of amazing weekly schedules for complete beginners as well as for advanced athletes. So if you want to dig deeper into that, if you want to take your training to the next level, then definitely check out this free scheduling tutorial. Simply click the link in the description. Now it's the time, there's no excuses. This is completely free, so check it out, create your weekly training plan and start training. That's about it, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Peace.